I'm ready. All right, here comes the click. You're at 10. Okay, we're looking at your APFR. That's good. Okay. Well done.
All right, copy. We understand you're at a setting of 10, and as a sanity check, Tama, that looks good for you for the alignment for the next handoff, correct?
It does. Looks great.
Excellent. We're really happy to hear that. Well done, you two. Tama, you can double-check Shane's tether. All we're looking for there is for you to verify that it's clear and give him words about how to deconflict it when he egresses the APFR after the next handoff, and then I can get you to translate to your APFR.
Yeah. So your set tether is clear, Shane. It's kind of going back and around the APFR, and then to your belly, but that's not going to be a problem, I think. Okay, thanks.
Copy all.
And with that, I'm crossing over to the other side of the IEA.
Hey, firm, you can fair lead around the IEA corner. Let me know if you need handrail numbers for that fair lead.
I think I'll be good, Jenny. Thanks.
No problem. You're headed just outboard of your APFR to fair lead before checking settings.
Yeah. I'm at the APFR.
Copy, Tama. You'll be fair leading on handrail 5361, which is on the radiator side.
This is Mission Control Houston, 5 hours, 6 minutes into today's spacewalk. Thomas Pesquet is positioning himself at the far end of the P6 truss structure on the International Space Station, having joined Shane Kimbrough, ready to take a handoff of the IROSA rollout solar array back from Kimbrough. Pesquet handed the array off to Kimbrough after delivering it to the NASA astronaut while transiting at the end of the station's robotic arm that was being driven by Megan MacArthur from a robotics workstation inside the International Space Station. Now we're at the second handoff position where Pesquet will receive the array once again as the two crew members will prepare to install the array on a mounting bracket at the base, basically the mast canister portion of the P6 solar array truss structure.
Can I do it on 5358? It makes my life easier.
Copy.
That's going to be a 4-man fair lead.
Stay firm. That's fine.
What settings do you want on the APFR?
Fox 12.
Fox 12, so I'm guessing the clocking doesn't change. The pitch is India, India, on Fox 12.
Stay firm.
That's what he said, Jenny. That's Fox 12.
Copy, good settings. You can ingress the APFR, Thomas, and I have a big picture update for both of you.
I'm ready, Jenny, whenever.
Okay, big picture is that we are just over 20 minutes until our working eclipse starts. So we are going to do this handoff, work on getting our ROSA installed on the mounting bracket and unfolded. Then we'll assess where we are. We might jump straight to our cable connections if we are in that working eclipse, and then we'll come back to the bolts later on, and we're still assessing deployment at this time. The limiting consumable is 7 hours EV2 MEDOX.
Copy. Jenny has the good settings. Has a local tether to the APFR, extended the English.
The big picture words from Spacewalk communicator Jenny Seide to Thomas Pesquet and Shane Kimbrough at the P6 solar array truss structure as they are about to enter a nighttime pass, during which time the connectors, the electrical connectors, can be mated to provide electrical continuity between the new solar array and the integrated electronics assembly, basically the guts of the electronic system for the P6 solar array power channels, those being the 2B and 4B power channels. We lost an hour while we were evaluating the condition of Shane Kimbrough's suit while he had to restart his display control module that had an issue of undetermined nature, and making sure that his cooling system in his suit, basically called the sublimator, was operating properly, and that cost the crew time. So downstream here for the remainder of the spacewalk, we are watching consumables, and later we'll determine whether we can complete all of the work associated with the unfolding of the array, which is basically folded up in half. It must unfold the two sections of this boom, and then ultimately, at the end of all of the work, it needs to be deployed to its full length of 60 feet and tensioned properly to provide the proper electrical continuity and output that the array was intended for.
And then, nice. Okay, our two antennas are cleared. Our cooling is good for now.
Copy. Ensure your visors and glove heaters are set.
Heaters are off and visor is down.
Copy. I understand your heels are secure in the APFR, and we'll do a gauntlets check.
Copy, and our gauntlets are down.
Okay, copy. I'll let you work with Shane to take control of iROSA. You will be performing a RET swap, and it's important, Thomas, that you attach your mini workstation RET to the scoop, which will be in your left hand.
Copy. Shane, can you yaw the iROSA to your left a little bit? That looks good. Bring it back to your left a little bit and up. Nice. Okay, I have a red on it. Nice work. I have my hand on it. Come back to the right. Yeah. You need, wait, just put my hand differently. There you go, now I have a solid hand on it. If you can rotate to your right a bit more. Yeah. Oh, wait. Okay, I have two hands on it. I think I have control. Okay, you have control. I'll take my red off. I have control. Tama, the red is gone. You have control. I have control.
Ground copies. Red swap complete.
Let us stabilize.
Tama has control. Shane, you can egress the APFR and release your fair lead.
Copy. Right side does not want to come up. I'm up.
Copy, Shane. Shane, after your tether is cleared, you will be translating to the left side of the mounting bracket. I have a warning and some cautions for you both.
Okay. Work on this tether first. I think we're ready. Copy the warning and cautions, Jenny.
Copy. Warning, when you're on the aft side of the mod kit or outboard, avoid contacting the legacy blanket boxes and protruding trunnions.
Copy.
And cautions, while you're both working on the mod kit, you must not simultaneously impart loads. Sudden stops and quick grabs are not allowed, and there is a 30-pound maximum lateral load on the mod kit during and after IROSA soft capture.
Copy. Copy. I'm getting my tether back up fairly. Come on, I'll be right there. Okay, sounds good, Shane.
Ground copies.
At the 5-hour, 17-minute mark in the spacewalk, a good look at the first IROSA ISS rollout solar array that is being mounted to a mod kit, as it's called, basically a mounting bracket at the base of the P6 solar array truss structure. These so-called legacy arrays, the original arrays for the P6 truss,
If you're translating outboard, you'll be looking
are part of the largest arrays ever built to convert solar energy into electrical power.
Previously are still armed.
27,000 square feet in total for the old arrays, more than half of the area of a football field, 112 feet long, 39 feet wide. Once they unfurl, the IROSA arrays will be about 60 feet long, each to provide 20 additional kilowatts of power for station operations.
Shane did not stow his PGT on the crew lock bag handrail, and he did not retrieve a long-duration tie-down tether, which is a contingency item.
It's something we do now or we do after?
And we're not concerned about that at this time. We're just going to go for install on the mounting bracket.
Yep. All right, so let me check the mounting brackets. So the ROSA is right there. Okay, everything looks good there.
Okay, copy. And Shane, you want to position yourself on the outboard side of the mounting bracket. Copy your good checks.
bring it really slowly.
Okay.
I have a note and a caution for you. We're pressing to install. Thomas, you can use the adjustable equipment tether hook, the long side, which is stowed on the mounting bracket scoop, to remove the tether on the root beam, which is closest to the mounting bracket.
Copy.
And Shane, you can help stabilize.
Shane, can you check my yaw? My yaw pedal that it's locked?
I have a hand on it.
What?
I have a hand on it.
Yeah.
Rosa.
Okay, I was talking about the yaw, the APA output. Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. Don't worry about it.
Oh, it feels like, no, it's not moving.
You good?
Yeah, it's looking good.
We need to come up a little bit.
Yeah, we need to remove the scoop.
Okay. I'll hold right here.
Okay, you're holding it?
I have it.
I'm letting go completely.
Okay, I have it. You have a red on it, right?
Yes, I do. Okay, now there's the AT that goes to the other scoop, goes to the scoop from the mounting bracket, goes to the IROSA scoop, and the red goes to the gearing up this AD and goes to the bag.
Hey, firm, that's a good config. You'll be removing the scoops that you just redded to. You can tend it back to the scoop on the mounting bracket.
You remove the scoop.
Nice.
Back. Okay. Now, I can't really gauge the alignment, Shane.
Towards you, just about 10 centimeters.
Okay. About that.
Make sure that when you're doing this, the bottom of the root beam has to be aligned with the mounting bracket alignment features prior to install to avoid prematurely capturing those soft capture features.
Towards you some more.
Towards me some more.
That should be good right there.
Okay.
I have it kind of holding it down on the platform, the mounting bracket platform. Now it's roll it to your right.
Roll it to my right now. It's too low. Mine is not on the mounting. Or something is contacting.
You taking it off?
Okay.
Low there.
It's a bit low on your side, I see.
Yep, now I'm good.
Okay, now I'm on the ledge. Wait.
Towards you just a little.
Okay.
I think we're good whenever you want to press it.
You ready to slide it?
Yep.
Okay, 3, 2, 1. Right. Now it's going up.
Too high.
Too high.
Yep. Can we roll it to your right at all or not?
Yeah.
Keep it down.
I can put one finger on it.
And towards you. Towards you. Towards you more. Okay, that should be good. Ready? Yeah, I'm in on my side.
I don't know.
It came out of the slot.
Now.
Yep.
Have to re-engage the bolts.
You have the IROSA?
Yeah, I have the IROSA.
I'll check.
The helmet is closed.
No, that's still good.
We're good?
Still good. Yep. I have a hand back on it now. We're lined up nice. Okay. I keep contact on it, ready?
Yeah, slowly.
No?
I'm blocked by something. There's some contact. Something will line up.
Yeah, we're right in the hole on my side.
I'm hitting something on my side.
Huh. Let's see. Now you're in. Your side's in.
I'm in?
Yep. Keep coming.
Can't.
Yeah, huh?
I have solid contact.
There you go.
No, I'm in.
Now you're in. And you need to get my side in. All the way.
But I don't think the descent is in, Shane. It's still moving.
No. Your side got to the end, and then mine's still out.
Is the ball descent still out? Maybe we triggered it the first time.
Yeah. Yeah, the ISS. This one out. Okay, they're both ready now.
Okay.
Copy, we're following along with you guys.
You have a hand back on it. We're both in the slots right now.
Okay. So we just slide it outboard, right?
Yep.
Slowly.
Ready?
No.
Right.
No, mine is. I'll let you going anywhere. And now it's getting. And now I'm in, I think. Lynn?
You're almost in, and I'm not there yet. I'm a little further off than you. I'm an hour, I think. Keep off. I can't put much more force on it, so I don't know.
Maybe we triggered those details.
Can you yaw to your right?
Out to my right? Yeah, but that gets me out. Now I'm completely out.
Oh, you're out. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
We need to have mine in first, maybe. Because you're right there. You can put more force on it. You're close.
Yeah, but I will have to yaw the APFR, which I can do, but I have to rose after a moment.
Okay. Yeah, I can hold it.
Hold it. I'll try to.
Got it.
Got it. Up 1 foot.
I know when you have it again, and then I'll go check to make sure we're in the arm position.
Okay, my heel's back here. Via Rosa again.
Yeah, via Rosa. I triggered.
And I see nothing from where I am, Shane. Let me back it out so that we don't trigger it just.
Yeah, they both got triggered on that last one. Okay, they're in a good position now.
Okay. You know, when you have control on that yaw back, it's actually not making it better.
I have control.
I have control. Okay, it's yaw back. Position, I'll put my foot back in. Want to stay in?
Here you go.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Ready. The alignment in station forward aft.
Alignment looks great.
Good.
Keep it down. Are you ready?
Yeah, well, slowly.
We're both in. Coming. We're 4 or 5 centimeters.
Oh, that's when I hate to stop right here. I think we're in, but I'm too much either forward or aft. I can't go anywhere from here. Oh. We have some margin forward or aft?
Yeah, we have margin my way.
No way?
Yep. And which means you probably do on your side too.
I don't see, but okay. Let me push it towards you.
No, it's going to go towards you.
Oh, okay. My way, so towards me. Okay, that's what it seems. And then
there we go.
And then outboard, but I think we've triggered it again.
You have the IROSA?
I have IROSA. I think I might be in. You see on my side what's going on? Because I have zero view thing, I'm sorry.
No, I'm not either. That's great.
Look your head on the other side.
Okay. Well, mine is not triggered. Yours is not triggered.
Okay. How about the lateral alignment? Is it good?
Yeah, I mean, we're going right in the hole.
Every time it just stops for me.
And we copy you too that the alignment features are aligned, but the soft capture features are not triggering to secure IROSA. We are talking that down here.
You want to go your side first, maybe?
Yeah. It triggered a couple times, Jenny, but didn't capture it.
Yeah, we did see them trigger a couple of times, once on the first try and then prematurely trigger in later on. But we agree with you guys, what you guys are doing, and we're talking other options.
Go for it, Shane.
Yeah. But we're lined up really well right there, Tom.
Yeah. I go.
Ready?
Yeah. 3, 2, 1.
It's not moving it. There we go.
I'm in. I think.
I think I'm in 2. Have the IROSA?
Have the IROSA.
Let me go check, see if the pins.
Yeah.
Forward.
And Shane, if you get one of the soft capture features deployed properly, you can try and push the other one in, so manually trigger it.
Okay, they're both in right now, Jenny, so I think we got it on that last try.
Nice.
Okay, copy.
Like
great job. Great job, you two. I understand that we are installed with the soft captures triggered. So with that, Shane, I'm going to have you finger start M31 through 34, which are the M bolts on the bottom side of the mounting bracket.
Got it.
And so we are all on the same page. We are working toward getting IROSA in a structurally sound config, and we will not be doing electrical connectors during the CPA.
Okay. And what's my next step, Jenny? Retrieve this group.
Toma, you are going to be releasing your RET and removing the scoop, which is in your left hand. To do that, you're going to be using the other side of the adjustable equipment tether on the root beam scoop.
Copy.
This is Mission Control Houston, 5 hours, 33 minutes into today's spacewalk. Those words from spacewalk communicator Jenny Seide to the two spacewalkers, Thomas Pesquet and Shane Kimbrough, indicating that we will not be able to have enough time today to finish up all of the work associated with the installation and deployment of this first ISS rollout solar array. Now, where we wind up is yet to be determined, and how much work is left to be conducted on the next spacewalk is TBD at this point, but we will not be finishing up all of the work associated with this first array during this initial spacewalk. The next spacewalk is scheduled for Sunday by Pesquet and Kimbrough, but what that will consist of, whether we will press ahead to complete this power channels work with this particular array or leave it in a tied down configuration and move ahead from scratch with the next solar array for the 4B power channel is a subject for future discussion.
Just release back to the crew back, Shane.
Copy, Thomas.
Jenny, am I go to egress my APFR?
Affirm, egress your APFR, Thomas. We're talking next steps here.
Okay. Hey, Jenny, I got 31, 33, and 34. Work on 32.
Copy, Shane. The reason why we're pausing here is we're trying to determine whether we're going to unfold IROSA or not. So I will have next steps for you both soon, but it is the correct direction that we've gotten those end bolts. Thank you, Shane.
Okay. All four of those bolts are in. 3 turns. Sorry, put stuff in the correct back.
And Tuma, could you repeat your last, we want to make sure that you're in the right position to do this. We need you to release the final hinge restraint bolt, which is R6.
My last was just addressing the APFR, Jenny.
Okay, Tama, that was a go back. We're going to have you get back into the APFR to release that bolt. And Tama, that was a quick handover, guys. I'm back with you. Tama, we were last talking about releasing that R6 bolt. Correction, you can be in the APFR to do that. You can also be free float to do that as long as you can actually release the bolt.
I think it's better in the APFR, Jenny. I'll set back up.
And Tama, if you can reach the bolt otherwise and successfully release it without being in the APFR, that is also fine. We're just looking at your reach to R6.
I copy, Jenny, and I think it's better in the APFR.
Copy. Let me know when you're ready for settings.
Jenny, I'm 1 foot in the J5, it's going to be okay. I'm ready for setting.
Bravo 2, counter 2.
Bravo 2, counter 2.
Good readback. You'll be releasing R6, 18 to 20 turns, and the bolt will spring out when fully released.
One. Now, pass, Bravo 2, counter 2.
5 hours, 40 minutes into the spacewalk, Thomas Pesquet using a pistol grip tool to release a final hinge restraint bolt. One of the final steps before the IROSA solar array can unfold. It's basically folded in half. Needs to unfold first as they continue work to mount it to a modification kit mounting bracket at the base of the P6 solar array truss structure.
18 to 20, copy, thank you.
Shane, I'll take a glove inspection hap check from you when you have the time.
Gloves look good, no change, and dry hat.
Copy, good checks. Thanks, Shane.
I just kind of packed up the crew like bag there, struggled with that for a bit, as you probably saw, but we're in right now.
No problem.
Turns on R6. Bolt popped out.
Copy, R6 is released. You can stow your PGT, Thomas. At this point, we are going to push to unfold IROSA.
I go to egress the APFR this time, Jenny.
Yes, Thomas. Now you egress the APFR, retract and stow the ingress aid to the boot plate.
Cool. All right.
This works tomorrow.
On. Ingress aid is retracted.
Copy, Thomas. You can release your fair lead, and you'll be repositioning to the outboard side of the mounting bracket. While you're there, check that the soft capture feature on your side is down or armed.
Okay. Lead is read, and I'm just looking to the outboard side of the mounting bracket. I'll take your next words, Jenny, once I'm there.
You want more little saw to get it through tomorrow?
Yep.
Copy. A warning for you both when you're ready.
Going local. Ready?
Keep clear of rotating IROSA. It's a potential pinch point. It looks like you are both in a good config, as long as you're mindful of unfolding it. Shane, you can initiate and pivot IROSA to the unfolded position. We're looking to engage the right alignment tab and right side soft capture closest to Thomas.
Okay, and I'm just supposed to push it, or do I kind of ride it a little bit, or what's the technique?
I think if you manage it as much as possible.
You can push it and get it going,
At
Shane.
least until I get some good hand on it.
Okay, you ready for that?
Yeah. actually I can rotate it myself, Shane. I got it.
Do you?
Yeah.
Okay, it's already going. I can't reach it now.
No, it's okay. I got it.
Nice.
So you come here, maybe assist for the end.
Oh yeah.
Oh no, just for safety.
If I can.
Very nicely for now.
Looking good tomorrow.
See something.
Yeah, I think you just got to keep going. I think it's just hitting that the 10. There we go.
Yes.
No, push that handle up. Come on. It's right here behind the strap.
Is it in?
No, it's not completely in yet. No.
Is the handle out? I don't see it.
Handle. It's in arm position. Slightly misaligned maybe there. Yeah, we're just not flush. Close.
Oh.
You push it this way and all towards me.
I think it's hitting something in the back.
Oh, there's nothing back there, but...
Yeah, but I don't have a stable position. Wait, let me rotate. Move towards me.
I'll move out of the way. You going that way?
Yeah, sorry. Okay. Towards you or your previous position?
Yep.
And towards the...
Yep. Going towards me.
Yeah, I know, it's not really aligned. It hits the wall.
Yeah, wow.
There's a half an inch missing.
So it needs to come my way?
Yeah. Your way, this way.
Maybe we can take it out a little bit more and then try to do it that way. Come back in. You'll swing it back out and then
No, it's not going to change much. We need to, as we swing it open, we need to push it towards you.
Okay.
Pull towards you.
Okay, and I can pull it. I'll get a pretty good position to pull towards me here.
Okay. So if you're ready on the count of 3, let's try. 3, 1, 2, 3.
Just like an eighth of an inch.
Almost. No, it's not. Still, there's quite a bit missing. Do we have some play on the other side?
I have about an inch and a half gap before the other one, if that's what you're asking.
Yeah, but can we compress that gap, or is it solid?
No, that I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't think we can do anything about it.
I think that one's solid.
Yeah, because we're missing like an eighth of an inch. Come look, I'll show you.
I understand. I totally understand. We just got to come my way to get it in the hole.
And the other half of the Arosa, we move it by any means, or is it?
No, it doesn't matter. There's R8 up there. Solid up top. It's a solid connection where the Rosas are already.
Yeah.
But down here, there's about an inch to inch and a half gap at the bottom. I thought we could play with, but it looks like No cap top. Well, that's just the rotating mechanism up there. Yeah, it looks like it should fit right in there, slide right in.
Oh, it hits every time.
I think it's hitting on something up here.
No, I know exactly where it's sitting. It's right in front of me.
Okay.
So that's a guide pin or whatever it's called that we were trying to slide into that slot.
Yep.
It's too much to the right, and it's hitting on the wall of the slot. So there's at least an eighth of an inch missing. Probably the ground is a good view with my head catch. Did you confirm that?
We copy all.
See you tracking this, Jimmy?
Yeah, we're seeing what you're seeing, Shane, and we're talking it. We're following along.
Jenny, if I show on my car that you'd be seeing something.
Shane, we can't see from your helmet cam in your current position. Sorry.
Jenny, this is Thomas. This is actually from my car.
Thomas, we can't see from your current position. We have a good view from Shane's helmet cam.
So what you need to see is on my side. What can I do to give you a good view?
You need to tilt your head down, so pitch forward a little bit if you can.
Do you see now? Slot?
All right, that's better. We're looking.
You see the slot, Jenny?
Yeah, they're checking it.
Yeah.
We can see the alignment feature on the mod kit, the mounting bracket, but we can't see the slot on the iRosa root beam.
Okay, so what do I need to do to give you a view of this?
Actually, that's good. That's helping. Whatever you're doing now, we can now see it. Yeah. Thanks, Thomas.
Okay, so do you see what's happening? The bracket alignment feature is hitting the wall, that slot, and by quite some margin.
We see that. Thanks, Thomas.
We've tried to slide it as much as we can to the right on your view, but see, there's a lot missing.
Copy. Guys, we're talking about a plan down here.
Can you see my safety tether? Right behind me when after that handoff.
No, I don't see it, Shane. I think it's behind you.
Right. Check it out when the sun comes up.
When it's day, maybe. Right now, I cannot really move because I have my hand on the iRosa.
Yeah, no worries. Just didn't know if you could see it.
Thomas, that's a great view that you're giving us right now. We're still talking down here.
Over, maybe.
All right, guys, we have a forward plan. We're going to ask you to take pictures of the misalignment at a bunch of different angles. We really like the angle you're giving us now, Thomas, but as many as you can manage, we would really appreciate. And then at this point, we are going to refold IROSA and redrive R6 and leave it in a folded position.
But Jenny, copy the plan. It's going to be difficult for me to take pictures. Let go of one hand, and it IROSA kind of opens up again. Folds back again. See if I can hold it. So it's staying here because I'm maintaining it with my two hands, like one on the mounting bracket and one on IROSA.
I could push it towards the mounting brackets now.
Yeah?
Okay. Yeah.
We copy, Thomas.
Let's try pictures.
This is Mission Control Houston, approaching the 6-hour mark into today's spacewalk. Thomas Pesquet and Shane Kimbrough have begun work to attempt to unfold the two halves of the folded IROSA roll-up solar array that has been mounted on a mounting bracket on the base of the P6 truss structure. However, they have encountered some interference with a piece of equipment on that mounting bracket, and so the recommendation is to refold the array back into its folded position and then bolt it in place to leave it for further analysis on a subsequent spacewalk. So we will not be completing all of the work associated with the deployment of this array today. That was determined after spending almost an hour troubleshooting a couple of issues with Shane Kimbrough's suit, one with a display control module, basically a data box on his extravehicular mobility unit suit, and a momentary spike in pressure in his cooling mechanism called a sublimator in his suit. His suit has been functioning perfectly since that troubleshooting occurred, but we lost time in the process of doing that troubleshooting, and that cost the two spacewalkers valuable time in being able to complete all of the work for today. When that work will be picked up will be the subject of further discussions in the next day or so.
Oh, it's the light is my helmet light. Yeah, and as I'm taking pictures, I'm blocking it. I think there's a single good one.
We got good video, though. They can definitely use that.
Yeah.
Hey, firm, I'll mention again, we had a really good view from your helmet cam, Thomas. Best effort here.
Okay, so first, pictures, Jenny's by night with helmet light. That's not working.
Copy. Shane will also get you to look up, if you can understand you're maintaining control right now. If you can look up so we get a better view of the hinge, that would also be helpful for us.
I can put a hand on it, Shane. Okay, I got IROSA. Got it? Okay.
Thank you, Shane. And Shane, we'll have you pitch back again, looking back at the hinge. Just pitch up a little bit. And then I think we'll have what we need.
Once again, we've just crossed the 6-hour mark into today's spacewalk. Pesquet and Kimbrough attempted to unfold the IROSA solar array at the mounting bracket at the base of the P6 solar array truss structure to its fully unfolded configuration, but they have run into a bit of interference with a mechanism on that mounting bracket, and as a result, the recommendation to the crew is to refold the solar array and to bolt it in place to leave it for another day when we can evaluate not only the timing of the next spacewalk, but exactly what we will expect to accomplish.
It's not unfolding.
Oh, yes, there we go.
Towards you.
Let's see carbon out here.
The other hand on it.
No, I don't have anything to grab. A little closer I can.
Underneath.
Okay. All right, we're lined up.
Okay. And now we're going to go drive R6.
Affirm, Thomas. You can use your APFR if you need to. Let me know when you're ready for settings.
Yeah, we'll need 2 days.
All right, big picture next steps.
Your head there, Thomas.
Big picture next steps for you guys. I see Thomas getting in the APFR. Shane, we're going to have you hold that position to help Thomas until he can drive R6, and then we're probably going to have you torque down the M bolts that you finger started previously. You'll use your PGT for that, Shane.
Okay. Thanks, Thomas. don't go back anymore. Bend your knees and go to your left.
To my 6 better pulling on me.
Well,
it's real. Do it again.
you want to to your right. You kind of you're hitting it when you come up.
I know if I should have come up, my 6 better is pulling me. That twists me.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
It's pulling me. Yeah.
Well,
Happening before. No, still pulling me. I said,
on the roost. Right.
I'm sorry.
Mind of its own.
But I can try without being in it. So maybe.
And put a waist tether on that scoop there, maybe.
Yeah.
6 hours and 8 minutes into today's spacewalk, a view of NASA astronaut Shane Kimbrough from an HD helmet camera worn by European Space Agency astronaut Thomas Pesquet, with the challenges of today's spacewalk. The crew is in the process of folding up and bolting into place the first IROSA ISS rollout solar array that was removed from a flight support structure on the truss of the International Space Station, having been delivered with one of 2 such arrays on the SpaceX Cargo Dragon vehicle 2 weeks ago that was launched from the Kennedy Space Center in Florida on the latest SpaceX resupply mission to the station. This IROSA array, as it is called, was removed from the flight support structure on the truss of the station, brought over to the base of the P6 solar array mast, and work began to unfold the array. However, a small interference has prevented a complete unfolding of the array. That's as far as we would have gotten anyway with today's spacewalk, having lost time to troubleshoot some minor issues with Shane Kimbrough's spacesuit earlier in the day. So the two crew members have folded up the array and are bolting it in place in a safe configuration. And where we go from here with the next spacewalk in this series to get these solar arrays installed and unfurled to begin the augmentation of power to the International Space Station will be a subject of further discussion by mission managers. There is no urgency to get these arrays mounted and unfolded and activated. These arrays are designed to augment the current power supply of the existing legacy solar arrays, not to replace them. The station is operating in perfect fashion with the electrical output currently being generated by the station. The augmentation is required to handle the future loads for both science utilization and additional modules to be launched to the International Space Station in the months and years to come.
Good. It's above my head. So, excellent.
Deeper.
Deeper?
Yeah, there you go.
Okay. Got 1 foot, that'll be enough.
Yep.
Once again, the two spacewalkers were able to soft dock the IROSA rollout solar array to the mounting bracket at the base of the P6 solar array truss structure. And then they made an attempt to unfold the two halves of the boom, if you will, for the solar array. They were unable to completely unfold and line up the bolts. So after using some time to troubleshoot that issue, they folded the array back, and you can see that in the view from a truss camera on the International Space Station. Shane Kimbrough on the left, Thomas Pesquet on the right, and they're bolting the array in place to put it in a safe configuration so that they can attend to it on a subsequent spacewalk.
I am ready for settings, Jenny.
Alpha 3, clockwise 2, 18 to 20 turns.
Alpha 3, clockwise 2.
Affirm.
Good, stereo north 6. In work. Voice chains in nicely aligned.
There's a line, yep.
Three, 4, 5. It's a green light, 4.8 for the torque, and 19.88 turn, Jenny.
Copy. Green light, good torque, and 19.8 on the turns, Thomas. You can stow your PTT. Thomas, I'm going to get a glove inspection, hap check, and gauntlet check from you. And Shane, now that IROSA, that hinge bolt is secure, you can ready your PGT and we'll drive the M bolts to torque, which you finger started previously.
Those are good, hap is dry, and gauntlets are covering the wrist.
Copy, Thomas.
All right, just give me a second on the PGT tuning.
Copy, Shane, no problem. Thomas, for you, now that we've gotten those good checks, we are going to send you to the Y cable connector ends, and to get ourselves in a good config to leave these cables out here, we need you to mate the Y cable ends together.
Copy. It works.
This is Mission Control Houston, 6 hours, 16 minutes into the spacewalk today by Pesquet and Kimbrough. They're in the process of driving the final bolts to structurally secure the IROSA rollout solar array to the mounting bracket at the base of the P6 solar array truss structure. You see those huge solar arrays that are deployed out of the top of your screen on this view from an external truss camera on the station. The actual unfolding of the two halves of the solar array boom and its ultimate unfurling of the array after it's electrically mated to the integrated electronics assembly on the International Space Station is forward work that will be left to a future spacewalk.
Number 5, clockwise 2.
Correction, Shane, we're changing the settings. Alpha 6, clockwise 2.
Copy, Alpha 6, clockwise 2.
Affirm.
Okay, that's set.
Copy. We understand these bolts have been finger started, but nominally we would expect 11 to 13 turns. We're driving them all to hard stop with the black line flush.
And then Jenny, I'm at the Y cables.
Copy, Thomas.
All right, Alpha 6 and clockwise 2. Set.
Affirm.
Okay. A low torque message on the PGT there. That was at for 11.96 turns.
Copy, Shane. And which bolt was that?
Did I get a green light there or not? 34.
That was M34. And that was a low torque?
Yes.
Copy. I'm checking for you. And Thomas, I can give you your cable connections. You can start when you're ready. You'll be mating P9 alpha to J9 alpha. And likewise, P23 alpha is going to go to J23 alpha.
P9 alpha to J9 alpha, P23 alpha to J alpha.
That's a good read back, Thomas.
Alpha to J9 Alpha connected.
Copy.
Did you get the same message on M33? 12.08 turns.
Copy. Same message on M33.
P20, 3 Alpha, A23 Alpha is mated, Jenny.
Copy. Good work, Thomas.
You got a green light on M32 with 11.5 turns.
Copy. Green light on M30.
24 on the torque.
M32, that's good torque and a green light. And Shane, I can confirm now we're going to need a green light on all of those bolts. So we might have to go back to 33, 34.
Okay, I'll do that now. Okay, you got a torque 1.6 turns on M33 with a green light, 24 torque. Nicely done.
Copy. Good torque, green light on M33, an additional 1.6 turns. Thomas, next steps for you coming shortly.
Green light and about half a turn on M34.
Nice.
Copy. Green light, half a turn, M34. Just looking for M31 now.
Okay.
All right, low torque on that one. Let me try it again.
Copy, Shane. Low torque, trying M31.
That was 11 and a half turns.
Copy, 11 and a half.
Torture.
Tough angle on this one. See if we can come the other way. All right, got a green light on M31 with about another quarter turn there.
Copy, Shane.
Done.
This is another point for you, Thomas and Shane. We're just syncing up, making sure I have your next steps. Understand you're standing by for me to tell you what to do, but I'll have words shortly.
Get some of the cables and you're right on the other side.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's the RTF.
Second?
Safety tether behind me?
Yeah, it's Actually, to your left, along your left leg, it's nice.
Okay, good.
It's
Couldn't see it, or I think it's just right down the leg.
it goes to the corner where your fair lead is, I think, maybe.
I didn't, but it must have just caught on something. So that's good.
It's good.
Thank you.
Yeah, I didn't remember that before.
Shane, I can confirm that you'll be headed outboard to connect your Y cables to one another to leave us in a good config.
Anything you want me to do, Jenny? Just the time.
Thomas, I need 1 more minute to confirm.
Okay, no problem. Full the APFR in your side.
Yeah, I'm ready for connectors when you are.
Thomas, I have next steps for you. You can head to the cable bag. You'll be retrieving the NZGL caps, and we'll cap the NZGL side of the connectors.
Okay. Any standing by for your connections, Jenny?
Copy, Shane. You'll be mating P7 alpha to J7 alpha and P21 alpha to J21 alpha.
Okay, let me look for those and I'll confirm with you.
Right below your Shane.
Copy. Okay, I have B21 and B21.
Copy.
Both sides look good, no side, no pins, and EMI band looks good.
Copy, Shane.
Any of those caps, they're on the cap keeper, is that correct?
Yeah, there's 2 on each one. Remember that, 2.
Okay.
That's right.
I put all of them on the same cap keeper and take the cap keeper with me?
Yep, you can do that, Thomas. We just need all 4 connectors capped.
Okay. Three. I didn't see.
Yeah, I just can't get it lined up correctly.
I looked at the key inside.
Yeah, that's what I just did. Thanks.
Only.
That'll help. There we go.
Copy, Shane. Around 45 seconds till handover.
Okay, that one's done, Jenny, and the next one is P7 to J7 alpha.
Hey, firm, we're looking for P7 alpha to J7 alpha.
P7 alpha to J7 alpha, copy. Everything looks good. No side, no bent pins. EMI band.
Copy all. Short handover.
full.
Okay.
No, so talking about the one up here? Or the one you brought over?
I think that's what you do right here, insurance position.
Yeah, I got two right here at least. Let me get over.
You know what, I'll just take it with me.
Well, better position for you.
Back with you after the handrail.
Okay, I have my rep. I have my rep on the cap keeper. I release the AT from the bag and go back up with the cap keeper with those four. And the GL taps.
And break.
Well, actually,
We're going to stop your capping ops now. We are going to pick up the crew lock bags and the PGTs and head inboard. We are creeping towards our MEDOX limit.
Okay.
all right, so AT still on the cap keeper. And I'm going to release that. Get your foot.
Yep, I'll see you down there.
Send it back inside of the bag. Okay. Back inside the bag.
Okay.
That's ready to go inboard.
Copy, Thomas. We'll have you stop at the FSE to pick up the crew lock bag and the spare PGT, and then continue inboard. And Shane, understand you're currently getting the crew lock bag at the mod kit on your BRT.
Correct.
Okay, you're right. You're good to go, Shane. I'm going to go ahead and
Yep.
you'll be right behind.
Yep. Well.
All right, Shane, I see you at the crew lock bag.
Yep.
Copy, Shane. Shane, you'll be headed straight back to the airlock. Again, Thomas, you will be stopping at the FSE.
Copy.
Okay.
And reminder, you'll be picking up your green hooks on the way inboard.
Okay, I see your green reel, your green hook, Shane.
Okay.
My 5309, Jenny, I'm going to pick up my green hook and then attach it to my head reel.
Good words, Thomas.
This is Mission Control Houston, 6 hours, 35 minutes and counting in today's spacewalk by Pesquet and Kimbrough. They now have left the IROSA rollout solar array in a safe configuration on the mounting bracket at the base of the P6 solar array truss structure, and will now begin to make their way back to the Quest airlock, collecting tools and tethers and making inventory of all of the items they took outside with them for this first spacewalk in support of the augmentation of the power system on the International Space Station.
Your tethers are a little bit one above the other, Shane.
Okay, I'll keep an eye on it.
Yeah.
And my green hook is on my red wheel, and both are unlocked.
Copy. That is a good config, Shane. You can continue your translation inboard. You will be headed direct to the airlock.
I'm crossing over to the FSC, Jenny.
Copy, Thomas. You'll be picking up the crew log bag and spare PGT and stowing them on your BRT.
There's a red on that handrail, too. I think that goes to the crew lock bag. See it. Copy.
And I think I have your tether. What's around something, so I'll come back down.
Okay. Let's see, I'm right.
This.
Oh, yeah. It's around your camera, I think. Reach it. There's a couple twists in there.
This is Mission Control Houston, approaching the 6 hour, 40-minute mark in the spacewalk. Just to recap, Shane Kimbrough and Thomas Pesquet placed their spacesuits on internal battery power at 7:11 a.m. Central Time, 8:11 a.m. Eastern Time today to begin the 239th spacewalk in support of space station assembly, maintenance, and upgrades. The focus for today was the first in an ongoing series of spacewalks to install and deploy and activate new solar arrays called IROSAs, ISS rollout solar arrays, to augment 6 of the 8 power channels on the international outpost. The 2 crew members worked to prepare the first of the IROSA arrays and to get it out of a flight support structure on the truss of the International Space Station, where it was delivered after its launch 2 weeks ago on a SpaceX cargo vehicle from the Kennedy Space Center. About 3 hours into the spacewalk, a couple of minor problems were detected with Shane Kimbrough's spacesuit. One was the loss of data on a display control unit that provides spacewalking astronauts insight into the health of their suit's systems. He was directed to go back into the airlock, put himself on an umbilical and restart the display unit, and it has been operating just fine ever since. The other issue that was addressed but cost the crew members time outside was a momentary spike in pressure readings in Kimbrough's suit sublimator, a cooling unit for his spacesuit, but it also has stabilized and caused no further problems during the course of today's excursion. But all the time that was lost dealing with Kimbrough's suit resulted in the first of these two IROSA solar array units being removed from the flight support system and moved over to the base of the P6 truss to a mounting bracket. It was installed on the mounting bracket. The two crew members tried to unfold the boom, basically the array itself, which is folded in half, but they couldn't unfold it to its full extension because of an interference problem with a mechanism on that mounting bracket, and so they were directed to refold it and bolt it in place in a safe configuration, which is where they're going to leave it for today. There will be discussions over the next day or so by mission managers and spacewalking engineers as to what the next course of action will be, whether we press ahead with the completion of this particular IROSA array's installation and activation, maybe move on perhaps to the next array that goes on the opposite side of the P6 truss for the 4B power channel, or whether we defer this work to a future spacewalk altogether. It is not an urgent concern for NASA at this point in time. These IROSA arrays are designed to augment, not replace, any of the existing arrays, which are functioning just fine, providing all of the power required for station systems. The IROSA arrays are designed to add, each of the new 6 IROSA arrays are designed to add about 20 kilowatts of power to the existing power output for station systems, thus putting the station in a better posture electrically to support new science payloads and new modules that will be launched to the International Space Station.
Hey, crew back on the BRT. ReneeNme.
Copy, Thomas.
I'm gonna retrieve the PG.
Copy.
Right on the
Copy, Thomas.
PG stone. And it's gonna go to my swing arm, and then I'm gonna go back. CB2's on the seat of spur.
Copy. Shane, when you are back at the airlock, a reminder that adjustable on the thermal cover is still there, and we will have you put your waist tether on the airlock D-ring extender waist tether.
Okay, copy. We take the adjustable off.
We're checking for you, Shane.
Okay.
Yeah, Shane, you'll be bringing that inside with you, that adjustable.
Okay, copy that. Yeah, I have the adjustable thermal cover coming open.
Copy, Shane.
Okay, I have the spare PGT and the cooler bag. Making my way to the airlock.
Okay, Tama, good deal.
We copy, Tama. That sounds good.
Have a waist.
Station, go ahead.
The waist tether is to the airlock waist tether, which is to the D-ring, all 3 extra watts.
Copy, Shane. Tama, make sure on your way inboard, you press the inboard port and starboard seat of brake handle releases twice.
Okay. Inboard cedar cart, any correct?
Both CETA carts, but looking for the inboardmost brake release paddle twice.
The pedal twice on the outboard or not?
Just the inboard pedals, but on both the port and the starboard CETA cart.
Okay. Okay, inboard brake pedals on both the cart.
Affirm.
Getting for EV2, I'm in the airlock. The crew lock bag is on a strap attached to the airlock.
Copy, Shane.
Pedals depressed on the port cedar cart. Remember the MT.
Copy, Tama.
The starboard cedar cart.
Yeah, you want me to just hang tight till Tama gets here, right?
Copy, Tama. And say your last, Shane.
We just hang tight till Tama gets here, right?
Affirm. So our next steps are for, we see that double brake release. Thank you, Tama. You can continue inboard to the airlock. Our next steps are to do the tether reconfig once Tama is back at the airlock.
Copy.
see my green hook here. Actually twisted here. I'm at my green hook location, Jenny. Sorry, my anchor hook location, 3562.
Thomas, you are translating all the way back to the airlock, and your anchor hooks will stay at this location. We are reconfiguring back at the airlock on the external airlock D-rings.
Okay. And from what I see here, our safety pedal are wrapped around each other, so I'm going to have to clear that too.
Yeah, I thought they cleared at the very end, but you're seeing something like that.
Then a shoe twist. No, it's a wrap.
All right?
Yeah.
So we are able to clear that next time we come out.
Okay, all right. Want me to do it now? It's going to take 1 minute. Let me go ahead and do it now, Jenny. That's fine.
Copy, Thomas. If you are going to clear it now, that's fine. You need to put a tether on that hook.
Okay. I have my waist over to 3562 box, black on black.
Copy.
I'll put my other waist tether on that hook.
Copy, Thomas. That's a good config.
I'm going to put it on the other hook. Then I'm going to release my anchor hook. Okay, I'm going to attach it to 3562, locked, black on black. I'm going to go ahead and retrieve my waist tether.
Copy, Thomas. Good words.
How are you doing, Shane, at the airlock?
That's right, Tomorrow.
You're broken up. You're breaking up, sorry. Just to be sure for next time, anchor hook is locked black on 3562. Shane's anchor hook locked black on 3561.
Copy. Good status of both the anchor hooks. You can head back to the airlock, Thomas.
Heading back.
And Shane, since you are back at the airlock and in position, Thomas will meet you there, do the tether reconfig. So at this time, if you'd like to, you can remove the SCU from the stowage pouch and connect it to your GCM.
Okay, I'll put that in order.
And Shane, as I'm coming in, I'll pass you the LPGT.
Okay.
And also maybe my crew bag.
Yep. All right. Okay, and I'm at the CS
Copy.
Be mindful if you're together.
This is Mission Control Houston. As we approach the 7-hour mark in today's spacewalk, Shane Kimbrough is almost back home, almost back at the Quest airlock, where he and Thomas Pesquet will enter shortly and begin the process of repressurizing the airlock to wrap up today's spacewalk. They were able to remove and mount the first of the ISS rollout solar arrays onto the mounting bracket at the base of the P6 truss, but it has been a deliberate process throughout the day, and the crew members were not able to unfold or unfurl the arrays as had been hoped for. So with the spacewalk winding to a close, we will have to wait and see over the next day or so what the next course of action will be in terms of the timing and the content of the next spacewalk by Kimbrough and Pesquet.
The PGT. Got it. It's connected. I will see meters back.
All right, ready.
Okay, coming to you.
Our coverage today will continue through the time that the crew begins the repressurization of the Quest airlock. That will mark the official end of today's spacewalk. We'll compile our usual plethora of statistics about where we stand with spacewalking activities at the International Space Station, and then we'll continue our coverage through the time that Kimbrough and Pesquet are back inside the equipment lock and they have doffed their helmets.
You can both turn off your helmet.
The IROSA rollout solar array is in a safe configuration, bolted in place on its mounting bracket at the base of the P6 truss, while engineers evaluate the best course of action and timing to complete its unfolding and unfurling to a full 60-foot length to enable it to begin its power augmentation for the 2B power channel on the P6 or port 6 truss of the station.
You're on the airlock gearing, your way feather?
Yep, I am.
Okay, your green hook goes aft, airlock gearing, arc.
Stay firm.
And the green hook is on the aft airlock gearing, green hook is locked, and the green reel is unlocked.
Copy. Those are good checks. You can attach Shane's yellow hook to your red reel.
Copy. Reel. Let's change yellow hook.
Jenny, my SEU is connected. DD2.
Copy, Shane.
Here's yellow hook is locked. Black on black on my red reel, Jenny.
Copy, Shane's yellow hook attached to your red reel, locked. Check reel unlocked.
It's reel, my red reel, yes, it's unlocked.
Copy. You can attach your green hook to the forward external airlock D-ring.
Attaching my green hook, I lock forward external D-ring.
Affirm.
My green hook is on the airlock forward external D-ring. My reel is unlocked and the green hook is locked black on black.
Copy. You can release your yellow hook and stow it on your mini workstation.
Yellow hook.
As Thomas Pesquet makes his way inside the Quest airlock, at the other side of the hatch to the crew lock section of Quest in the equipment lock, Megan MacArthur on the left, Aki Hoshide with his back to the camera, and Mark Vandehei on the right are awaiting the crew members and the repressurization of the crew lock section of Quest that will enable them to open up the hatch and bring Shane Kimbrough and Pesquet back inside.
Transferred in. So with that, Thomas, you can ingress the airlock, verify that the forward hatch pit pin is engaged.
Copy. All right. You ready for me?
I'm ready.
Okay.
Thanks.
Nothing might push off. No, it's good. Okay, the
So done.
airlock forward pit pin is engaged.
Copy, Thomas. Close the hatch thermal cover, attach the hook to the magnetic plate D-ring, and cinch the strap until snug.
Yep. And can you push on my feet, please, if you can?
Push so you go out.
Push down, down, down. Yeah. Going. And, yeah, okay. I don't see where the AT goes. Oh, to the, okay, here's hidden.
Affirm. Attach the hook to the magnetic plate
Okay.
D-ring.
Yeah, right. Hiding from me, Jenny.
Sorry, Thomas. We see it.
Not your fault at all. Oh, I get it. I'm going to cinch it.
Copy. Cinch till snug and
Fine.
report the number of black lines. We're expecting 6.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. C7.
Copy, Thomas. You can remove the SCU from the stowage pouch and connect it to your DCM.
You have room, Thomas?
Yeah. Going back. Right. Go from the pouch.
And Thomas, I understand you are connecting to your SCU. We want to check if you can get the magnets to engage on the thermal cover as well.
Yep, so I'm connected to the SCU. But you won't engage, Jenny?
Copy, you're connected to the SCU. Can you ensure that the thermal cover magnets are engaged? That'll be fully closed.
Closed or engaged, Thomas?
Fully closed. So it's not a strong magnet, Jenny. Not strong at all.
Copy, we understand. That looks good to us. So I'll get both of you to check your SCUs are locked.
SCU is locked.
EVT locked.
Note, TCV setting of 8 max cold minimizes time for SCU cooling. You can switch water off, OFF, forward, and expect an H2O is off message.
Water off, EV1.
Water off, EV2.
Copy. Do not close hatch until EMU water off for 2 minutes word timing.
Copy.
Recap today, tomorrow, the whole team.
That was a really good job.
A lot of complications.
That was very exciting for it and finding solutions. Yep. Proud of everyone.
We completely agree. You guys did a fantastic job today. It's a complicated EVA.
Good job, Jenny.
Yeah, excellent work, Jimmy. The team.
Pretty good with everyone.
Our 2-minute timer is complete, so Thomas, you can verify the outer hatch is clear of hardware, and the handle is per the hatch decal.
Copy. I think it's the back fully on my ICU, Shane. It's kind of
Crew like that?
yeah.
Okay, I'll hold them. Okay.
All right. So the outer hatch is clear of obstruction. So we go ahead and push the press button.
Copy that the hatch is clear, and if the handle is per the decal, you can close and lock the hatch, Tomas.
Per the decal. Check me if nothing. There. Good. Okay. Flights today. Jenny, did you copy the outer hatch is locked?
That was a
so he's latched?
short handover. We copy now. The hatch is closed and locked. On the UIA, Shane, check oxygen. EMU 1 and 2 valves are both open.
Both are open.
Copy. Switch power, EV1 and 2, both on.
On 1 with the light, on with 2 with the light.
Copy, both on, and you see EMU LEDs 2 on. Check power, EV1 and 2 volts, 18 to 19.
18.6 on both.
Copy, good numbers. On your DCMs, switch power to SCU, expect warning tone.
This is Mission Control Houston. The clock continuing to tick on today's spacewalk. Now at the 7-hour, 13-minute mark, but we're in the home stretch. The outer hatch to the Quest airlock's crew lock compartment is closed and locked. The crew now hooking up to umbilicals in the crew lock, and will soon begin the repressurization of that segment of the airlock to mark the official end of today's spacewalk.
Thank you, Jenny. Thanks to all the team. There's a lot of work going into these days and a lot of work real time to react, and it was beautiful. Thank you.
Thanks.
Hey, Jenny, thanks. Fantastic work today, Jenny. And Tomas and Shane, we are looking forward to getting our friends back inside. So here we go. Both of you take your O2 actuators to press.
Copy. One's in press. Still working on it.
Copy.
V2's in press.
Both in press. Tomas, check that the EV hatch MPEV is closed.
Hatch MPEV is closed.
Okay, I'm about to start throttling the IV hatch equalization valve. Let me know if you want me to slow it down.
Okay, copy.
That's about halfway there so far. I'll slowly ramp it up.
Very comfortable so far. Thank you.
This is Mission Control Houston. The repressurization of the Quest airlock has begun at 2:26 p.m. Central Time. marking an end to today's spacewalk by Thomas Pesquet and Shane Kimbrough at 7 hours 15 minutes. Again, 7 hours 15 minutes for today's spacewalk. The EVA or spacewalk ending at 2:26 p.m. Central Time with the start of the repressurization of the Quest airlock. And we'll have additional statistics for you shortly.
So both of you, when the screw lock is at 4.0, step in the low tone.
Copy. Sorry, the 5.2.
We're already at 5, Mark.
Yeah.
Again?
We're already at 5. You need to turn it off.
I barely heard. I think you said throttle it back.
No, we're already past 5.0.
Yeah,
So
we're at 5.7, Mark.
Okay, IV hatch equalization valve to off.
there you go.
And we're going to wait 2 minutes for the crew lock pressure to stabilize. That was a lot faster than I expected.
Copy.
And Shane, tomorrow we are just waiting. We'll finish up our 2 minutes to do a 1 minute leak pressure check.
Copy, Mark.
This is Mission Control Houston. The repressurization of the Quest airlock is continuing following the completion of today's spacewalk by Thomas Pesquet and Shane Kimbrough. The spacewalk began at 7:11 a.m. Central Time today when the two spacewalkers placed their suits on battery power, and ended 7 hours 15 minutes later at 2:26 p.m. Central Time with the repressurization of Quest. This was the 239th spacewalk in support of ISS assembly maintenance and upgrades, the 7th spacewalk conducted out of the ISS this calendar year. For Thomas Pesquet, this was the 3rd spacewalk of his career. He now has a total of 19 hours, 47 minutes of spacewalking time. Shane Kimbrough now has completed the 7th spacewalk of his career for a total of 46 hours and 15 minutes of spacewalking time. In all, the 239 spacewalks associated with ISS assembly maintenance and upgrades have equaled 1,506 hours and 28 minutes of spacewalking time, which is the equivalent of 62 days, 18 hours and 28 minutes of spacewalking since the first ISS spacewalk back in December of 1998. So far, for Expedition 65, there have been 2 spacewalks, the first conducted by Russian cosmonauts Oleg Novitsky and Pyotr Dubrov 2 weeks ago out of the Poisk module. So with today's spacewalk in the books, the 2 spacewalks so far for this expedition have totaled 14 hours and 34 minutes of spacewalking time. The spacewalk resulted in a mixed bag of results today. The first of the new IROSA ISS rollout solar arrays was removed from its flight support structure on the truss of the station and mounted on a mounting bracket at the base of the P6 solar array truss segment. However, a couple of issues with Shane Kimbrough's suit that resolved themselves cost the spacewalkers some time, about an hour's worth of time, and they were unable to complete all of the work planned for today. They also had an issue with some interference as they tried to unfold the array from its folded configuration once it had been mounted on the mounting bracket at the base of the P6. So the array is back in a folded configuration. It was not unfurled. It was not fully unfolded. It is folded and bolted into place in a safe configuration. Managers now will have discussions regarding the next course of action for this particular solar array and where we go from here with planning for the next spacewalk to deal with the second of these 2 solar arrays. This particular solar array that Pesquet and Kimbrough worked on today was designed to provide augmented power to the 2B power channel on the P6 truss. The next solar array, which remains in its flight support structure on the truss of the station, is currently scheduled to be removed and installed on Sunday by Pesquet and Kimbrough, but whether or not we press ahead with that work or have some modification to the spacewalking plan will be the subject of discussions over the next couple of days. The Quest airlock is almost completely repressurized at this point, at which time Mark Vande Hei, as we see, is rotating the hatch handle and now is opening the hatch between the crew lock section and the equipment lock section so that he and Megan MacArthur can assist Pesquet and Kimbrough in re-entering the equipment lock so that they can have their safer simplified aid for EVA rescue backpacks removed from their spacesuits and then have photos taken, which is a typical course of action. They'll have photos taken of their suits and gloves for analysis by engineers back on the ground before they begin to remove their spacesuits.
Station Houston, Space Ground 1, heads up, crew is no longer hot mic.
Shane Kimbrough back inside the equipment lock of the Quest airlock. Thomas Pesquet now being assisted back inside by Van de Heij and MacArthur. This is Mission Control Houston, once again safely back inside the Quest airlock. Astronaut Shane Kimbrough in the field of view on the left side of your screen, partially obscured at the moment by Mark Vandehei, and looking over the shoulder of Thomas Pesquet. They are being assisted in getting their gloves off. There will be photos taken of those gloves, as is normal standard practice following a spacewalk. Megan MacArthur also assisting in the equipment lock section of Quest. And within the next few minutes, the two crew members will get their helmets off and begin the process of getting out of their suits with their long day's worth of work having come to an end, with the first of the ISS rollout solar arrays having been installed on a mounting bracket at the base of the P6 truss, not deployed, not unfolded. That is forward work yet to be evaluated by mission managers. The next spacewalk by Kimbrough and Pesquet for the next of the first pair of solar arrays, the second of the solar arrays delivered 2 weeks ago on a SpaceX cargo vehicle. That next spacewalk is currently scheduled for Sunday, and we'll be watching very carefully to see what managers and the ISS program management decides the next course of action will be. This is Mission Control Houston. Thomas Pesquet on the right, Shane Kimbrough on the left. Their helmets now having been removed, safely back inside the Quest airlock following a 7-hour, 15-minute spacewalk today, the 7th for Kimbrough, the 3rd for Pesquet, in which they removed from a flight support structure the first ISS rollout solar array, the first of 6 such devices designed to augment the power capability of the International Space Station's existing arrays. They were able to install it on a mounting bracket at the base of the P6 truss, but a couple of issues with Shane Kimbrough's suit that turned out to be minor in nature cost the 2 spacewalkers some valuable time outside while flight controllers here in Mission Control conducted troubleshooting on Kimbrough's suit. And so the 2 spacewalkers were not able to unfold or deploy this 60-foot-long array. It remains folded up and bolted in place in a safe configuration at the base of the P6 truss. The next spacewalk is scheduled at the moment for Sunday by Kimbrough and Pesquet to remove and install and activate the second of the 2 IROSA or ISS rollout solar arrays, this one for the 4B channel of the P6 truss. The one mounted on the bracket today is designed to augment power for the 2B power channel. So where we go from here will be the subject of discussion by managers over the next couple of days. At the moment, we are scheduled for coverage of the next spacewalk at 6:30 a.m. Eastern Time on Sunday morning. However, we would urge you to stay in touch with any further advisories on that, and to keep your eye on the space station web at www.nasa.gov/station. For now, that will wrap up our spacewalking coverage for today. 7-hour, 15-minute excursion outside by Shane Kimbrough and Thomas Pesquet. Thanks for joining us throughout the course of the day. This is Mission Control Houston.
you.